Yeah, that could work. Because I mean, Monsanto did that. They had like a leaf on their logo, and meanwhile, they're like, "We made a special corn that gives you AIDS if you try and replant it." Oh fuck! The farmers really don't like this new corn.
Monsanto's so. If I get cancer, it'll be because of the Roundup. Like I used to we didn't know that was bad for you.
Glyphosate.
I would be spraying that stuff with a big sprayer. It'd be going all over me, like all the time. I mean, I'd be like, "Oh, got a little Roundup on me. No big deal." I mean, it's clear, right? Can't be anything too bad in there.
If I ever get cancer, as if he hasn't had it already.
Yeah, that was that Monsanto cancer in my eye. Patent pending. Yeah, them and DuPont, like just evil incarnate. The forever chemicals and all that stuff. But Monsanto, the stuff they do with the corn seed, and it's probably other types of seed too, where they patent their seed, and you have to buy that seed from them. And the deal is that the seeds that Monsanto make, Roundup doesn't kill them. Roundup kills everything. It might as well be nuclear hellfire to weeds, but it kills regular corn too. But it doesn't kill Monsanto corn, so you're able to plant your field slap full of Monsanto corn, bathe the entire area in poison, and the corn just gets bigger and stronger, and all the other stuff dies.
So pick one. I want to do all four. I'll vote for Nestle, although I'm mostly educated on.
Isn't that just slave labor? Isn't that the faux pas?
I thought it had something to do with them, like thinking people don't need water unless they buy it from Nestle.
You're right.
Not us people.
Who's your most evil company?
The most evil?
Not Nestle.
It would probably have to. You just have to go to the top of the ladder and say like BlackRock, right?
The investment firm.
Yeah. Because they manipulate so many other firms because well, that's what I'm saying is like you can almost cheat that answer and be like, oh, well, BlackRock, because the reason that this corporation does stuff that's like stupid and nonsensical is because they're a controlling shareholder and they lean on them to do things. And even the C-suite of this company is like, I don't know about this, but we kind of have to do what they want to do here. And then they also buy up isn't their subsidiary like Blackstone? That's like their real estate subsection of the company, and they buy up lots of houses and land.
Not sure.
Driving up the price for Americans, but planning on using it as like rental properties. They just seem like an easy evil company, BlackRock.
Okay.
It's even got an ominous name.
Kyle, who's your most evil company? Monsanto? You gonna stick with that one?
I think maybe DuPont. DuPont has this like decades and decades record of creating super poisons. Contaminating water supplies around the world and destroying environments, and also I think some stuff that was hazardous for the ozone layer. I don't think Freon was one of their inventions or one of their things. But I think DuPont. I watched some documentary a while back, and it's like DuPont and the man who poisoned Earth or something like that. It was God, holy shit!
That guy's a doer.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't know it. I think he was just he was making those miracle chemicals back then. Just like asbestos used to be seen as like this fix-all until we realized it just caused mesothelioma and all sorts of cancers and maladies in people. So I would go with DuPont.
Santi, you got a evil company?
I mean, my whole life, the answer has always been Monsanto, but out of curiosity, I looked it up. Like, what are people saying? And I guess it depends on if you are talking about now or of all time. If you want to talk about the goats of goats, it's the British East India Company. They did some really fucked up shit throughout the 400 years that they oppressed governments and people to just line their pocket. They
had their own army. That part was kind of sick.
It's kind of sick. Yeah,
it's kind of cool. A lot of corruption there, but having your own army. Can you imagine if like Lockheed Martin had their own army? That would be. I
think a lot of those companies do. Cooler. Well, they hire NPCs whenever like an oil company or a water company is moving into one of these poor nations. They'll hire private military, not NPCs. They'll hire private military.
Does that have another meaning? I'm
PMCs is what I meant. Yeah, and those areas, and they essentially do have their own little armies that they can go in and they'll call it security forces to make sure that the dig site goes through, but. They got ex-military guys who are killing people on the ground in those poor countries.
Sometimes it's not even PMC. Sometimes it's they just hire the local guerrilla group. All right, we need to get rid of all of the natives that are living in this land so that we can drill for the next 25 years and then exterminate all of the natives of that land.
Very
PMC
evil empire.
Private
Star Wars.
Military contractor. if you've been confused for 30 seconds.
Like Blackwater, right?
Yeah, which is no longer a thing. It changed its name, and then I think the thing they changed their name to maybe got dissolved as well. They got in a lot of trouble.
They rebranded to like a name of like a diet tea, like Uplift or something. Like they like changed it in such a weird way, and it's like, no, come on. If you're gonna be hardcore paramilitary guys, fighting for the highest bidder, have a cool name. Blackwater is a cool name.
Those guys were hardcore. I watched this Blackwater guy on a rooftop killing Iraqis one time from far away, just sniping all day with a semi-auto.
One of my close friends' dads was in Black. That was his job when we were in high school. It was like, sick. What does your dad do? And he's like, oh, well, my stepdad does whatever, but my real dad, he's been in Blackrock for like 18 years, and so I don't see him that much. And it's like
Blackwater,
right? Sorry. And it's like, oh, so what's he doing? And he's like, a lot of stuff in the Middle East. He doesn't really talk about it. And he just was, apparently he has a litany of substance abuse problems. And
a couple of them got killed in Iraq, and maybe they burned the bodies and hung them from a bridge or something like that. Like they got ambushed in Iraq, got fucked up. One group of them. Yeah.
Wait, whose bodies were burnt?
The Americans from Blackwater.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
This is relevant. How much do you guys know about Game of Thrones, like that world?
An enormous amount.
Enough to be furious at how it ended.
Fair enough. There is a PMC in the world of Game of Thrones called the Golden Company, and their whole shtick is that if you hire them, it doesn't matter if somebody comes in and offers more; they stick by you. Their word is golden. That is how they keep their reputation. They'll never turn sides. They'll never turn cloak. I'm curious how, like in today's landscape of PMCs, if that is a valuable asset to have, right? Like I want to hire a PMC company that isn't just all of a sudden going to take more money to fight for the other side. And if I'm like the leader of the PMC company, from like a business side, I think it might make sense to stick with the word of like the original agreed upon contract, so that other dictators want to hire me.
For sure.
They see me as like a trustworthy military to exterminate whatever problem they have.
Well, see, most of the conflicts that they're hired for and the situations that they're hired for aren't like binary situations anyway. It's not like they wouldn't be hired, for example, by Somali pirates. It's like, yeah, we don't work for Somali pirates. We work for global multinational shipping lane companies. Like we're a legal organization, not like bandits and thieves. So I think that most of it, or they work for a government. The way you see Wagner, which I don't even know if it's still a thing after Vizolny or whatever got taken out by Putin.
Oh, they dissolved?
Allegedly.
Putin killed him. They tried to rebel against Russia about a year ago. They turned their tanks around and started heading toward Moscow.
Oh, I knew that part of the tale. Usually that's like a next man up kind of thing where they're like, all right, Putin got rid of that guy, and now he's got like a well-behaved little PMC.
Did he die in like a mysterious plane crash?
Indeed. His plane fell off a building.
It fell off.
His plane fell off a balcony. He was drinking too much. And the plane fell. Yeah, he got shot down by Putin and taken out because he was talking too much smack. Plus, he was getting big on social media. Like he would always be standing there in his military gear, looking like a Tarkov boss character. Like we're here in Eastern Ukraine, soon to be Western Russia, and like just talking mad shit. And like he was doing well on social media. He was getting more popular than Putin seemingly, because he'd be like, our guys don't have this, our guys don't have that. This is bullshit. Don't because Putin would give him shit because the advances hadn't been made. And he's like, we don't have food. What do you do? Like he was shining a light on some of the corruption and the supply chain issues they were having, making them look bad. So yeah, they killed that guy.
Yeah. Well, there's an example of turncloak PMC, right?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
But I suppose so. But it's not like he took Ukrainian money and like exactly. He just like was fed up with being fed shit by his employer.
God, what a terrible decision that man made.
Yeah,
that was a bad move. I would have been smarter and been like, you know what? After this whole kerfuffle, I'm never working for this guy again. But I'm also not a total retard, and I know this guy plays for real. I'm gonna keep driving the fucking tanks to the whatever fucking road he's telling me to guard.
It's not an exaggeration.
Or they're gonna kill my nieces and nephews. Like that's.
It's not an exaggeration to say that every month, someone who has given Putin a hard time falls out of a window or eats a pistol. Like every month it happens. I read about it every single month, a different guy. Of course, people that we've never heard of, but it'll be like, noted Putin critic, blah, 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 fell off the 8th story of the whatchamacallit building. It's like, I don't think they're falling.
You could have been clumsy. It could be a series. It could be a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, fucking like that's whenever like Trump, there's a lot wrong with the Trump administration, but at least he's not whacking people. You know, at least you're not hearing about people getting thrown off of buildings or anything like that. That's when we know we've
maybe
lost.
We need a little more whacking so that like Putin and Xi Jinping don't think that like they're the the cool guys at the table who get to like whack a lot. Like maybe we should be a little more intense.
I don't know.
We should be whacking our foreign enemies.
Trump keeps saying the D word. He keeps talking about being a dictator. He's like, some people say I should be a dictator. I don't like dictators, but some people say maybe it's worth having a dictator if it solves these problems. I don't know. And it's like, stop saying that.
Anyway, this is all just a good way for me to say I'm signing another bill that boycotting Israel is illegal everywhere federally now, and that's important. Like that's kind of shit he's actually. Yeah, literally. The BDS laws were already on the books in like almost every red state and many blue states prior to even the past couple administrations. But like that seems to be his like attack on speech vector now.